couple mental lapses at times.
On 2nd down 3, first down yardage for Mitchell. Vince Newsom made the tackle from the strong safety position. Mitchell already 4 carries, 17 yards in this game. Last week, he broke out with 17 carries for 79 yards after he had been sorely disappointed with his play earlier in the season.
Majority of their running plays going behind Lewis Sharp on Reggie Doss, who has started this week as opposed to Sean Miller. They think that Lewis Sharp is probably their best offensive lineman.
Number 31 is Earl Farrell, and Farrell breaks the tackle to pick up a first down before Greg Meisner, the nose guard, stopped him all the way out in the flat. It was Leroy Irvin and Carl Eckern who were unable to bring Farrell down on first contact.
Those type of play passes can be very effective, but only if you run the ball very well, which they've done. They're behind Lewis Sharp. They've gained some plays, gained some yards on the ground to the left side. Lomax comes out that time, play pass to the left side.
Cardinals have had no trouble gaining yardage this year. They started the year as the hottest offense in the league and have been hot the last couple of weeks. Down the middle, number 81, Roy Green, unable to hold on to the ball. Vince Newsom made the hit for the Rams. Green has been bothered by a hamstring all year, has played 14 of 32 possible quarters, and this was his first action here.
Here you see it, Jim, from an end zone replay, just a straight drop back type pass. You see the linebackers for Los Angeles dropping into their hook zones in their zone defense. There you see Roy Green coming underneath, just a straight drop back, 15-yard pass in. Very open spot when those linebackers run out of there in the zone defense.
Probably should have been caught. 2nd down 10. J.T. Smith, and the leading receiver in the National Football League, has his 48th catch of the year.
Very same spot they picked on the time prior to this, Jim. It's just a hook spot right between those linebackers against their zone defense. About 18 yards, 17, 18 yards down in the middle. Let those middle linebackers run out of there. There's a big open spot in there. The play fake was to hold the linebackers.
J.T. Smith is the kind of receiver who, against a zone team, is going to go out and get you 8 or 9 catches.
No doubt.
In the zone. Mitchell to Farrell. And Farrell goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Jerry Gray made the stop, but there was no ram on Farrell when Mitchell threw the ball to him.
Nice little wrinkle here, letting Stump Mitchell throw the ball. This kind of play can be effective only if you're running the ball very well, which they're doing. Little toss. You see Errol Farrell coming across the backfield. When the safety comes up to help run support, then there's nobody out there. He's all alone. Good design, well-designed play.
So it is first down Cardinals at the 20-yard line. Good tackle at the corner by Leroy Irvin. That's the kind of play that could help Leroy to get his confidence back and begin to rise back to the Pro Bowl form he has exhibited in previous years.
Leroy Irvin didn't like watching the game from the stands last week versus the New Orleans Saints, so he's going to come out and try to prove that he is one of the best defensive backs in the league, and he probably is one of the better ones. Good cover man, also very good at supporting the run. You see him coming up, taking on Stump Mitchell low. Best place to take on a pack like that.
And that's one of the few drops that young man has experienced.
But it looked like a blown coverage of some sort, Jim. He was just too wide open. I think this has to be a blown coverage on the strong safety or the weak safety's part. But you see, he's out here so all alone. Looked like he's out to practice early. Should have caught this one. He's a great receiver. He's an ex-quarterback from San Diego State. Understands defenses. Very smart player.
And a real find for Gene Stallings and the Cardinals, who thought they had lost a key element of their passing game when tight end Jay Novacek had to be put on the injured reserve list with a bad elbow. Ewald stepped in and caught 9 passes in his first start. 6 defensive backs now for the Rams on 3rd and 11. And Lomax goes down. Number 77, Gary Jeter, 11th year pass rushing specialist, a one-time #1 draft choice of the Giants, blew in to get to Neil Lomax.
Jim, this is the very thing that Gene Stallings said that was really giving him an awful lot of problems, was the fact they get down into scoring territory. They get down inside the 30-yard line, 25, 26, where they are now, and come away without getting touchdowns. They need to score when they get down here.
So now the latest Cardinal kicker, Jim Gallery, comes on to try a 44-yard field goal.
They're kicking so terribly, Jim. You can see a fake here possibly. Their field goal percentage is like 40%. Now they're going to kick this one.
And Gallery gets a little boost of confidence. So just as the Rams have an unusual experience as they come out and score a touchdown on their first possession, the Cardinals have a bit of an unusual experience. They make the field goal. It's 7-3. We're exactly midway through the first quarter in Busch Stadium, where the Rams lead St. Louis 7-3. Cardinals have had the football twice, and the second possession ended with a 44-yard field goal by Jim Gallery, first-year player out of Minnesota. Rams have scored on a 47-yard TD run by Charles White. Gallery has a good, strong leg. And this is Ron Brown. And one of the NFL's fastest players gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line before Travis Curtis made the stop for St. Louis. Gene Stallings, and he told you, Kenny Stabler, that he thought there were 3 specific things the Cardinals would have to do to win the game.
Well, he said they must win the kicking game. What he meant by that is if you don't gain anything on the kicking game, don't give anything up. Must score inside the 20-yard line. That's what I mentioned earlier. They get down there, they don't get the ball in the end zone, or they miss a field goal, and they have to apply some pressure to Jim Everett.
On first down, Everett goes to Charles White with the pitch, and White piles forward for about 4. And we take a look at the Los Angeles backs and receivers. Gooman and White behind Everett. Ron Brown and Henry Ellard, an enviable pair of wide receivers who have not exploded this year. The offensive line is the oldest in the National Football League. Both Hara and Slater, along with the tight end David Hill, double figures in terms of number of years spent in the league. On second down 6, Everett goes deep, and Brown is behind the defensive back.
Nice throw.
Carl Carter, number 41, beaten by Ron Brown on a straight fly pattern, and it's good all the way to the Cardinals' 16-yard line, a 55-yard gain.
This is the thing that Jim Everett has to do. It's the thing that he has to have for his confidence level, is to come out and play well early, to get ahead. Playing from behind is not his strong suit. Playing ahead will help him an awful lot. This ball is very well thrown, exactly in the right place. It should be over the outside shoulder, away from the defender. You see, that's exactly where it is. Nice play. Ron Brown using that great speed.
Pass 52 yards. Rams first and 10.
The numbers on Brown this year, he has not produced the big play up to now, but that 55-yarder has put the Rams in scoring territory. White has 5 on first down, and they are at the 11-yard line.
Tackle by number 43, Lonnie Young.
The Ram offense 22 times inside the opponent's 20 this year. 9 touchdowns, 7 field goals. Coaches would like to see a few more touchdowns. Double tight end. Hill and Damone Johnson both in the game at tight end. Everett's pass is through Ron Brown's hands.
Trying to take what the defense gives him there, Jim. Defensive back Cedric Mack giving Ron Brown, because of his great speed, giving him a lot of room out there. Everett just raises up and will take that 4 or 5 yards, work the ball down in there.
That pass was catchable. The Rams dropped 10 3 weeks ago against Cleveland in